Hi, my name is Gabby and welcome to my channel, Gabby on Paper. Today's video is going to be the second weekly check-in in October, in which we go over my expenses for the week and see where we are in my budget, how much I have left in each of my categories. So let's go ahead and get started. So I have gone through and written out my expenses for the week, highlighted everything, and now I'm just going to take a second to write down my categories. So my very first week of October was technically over a week. It was the 1st through the 9th, and that's because the first 2 days of the month were on a separate week and I didn't want to do a check-in for only 2 days. That doesn't really give me a good idea of where I am. So the first week of October was the 1st through the 9th. This week we're looking at the 10th through the 16th, right here. So at the end of the first week, we had $148.83 left in the grocery budget. I spent $63.70 this week on groceries, meaning I have $85.13 left for the rest of the month. That is a scary amount. I'm thinking that this month will likely be very close or over, just because we still have a couple of weeks left in the month, and I only have $85 of $250. Dining out at the end of last week, we had $203.65, and I spent $51.42 on dining out. $152.23 left. I did eat out one day at work, and it ended up being kind of like a double day of eating out because I didn't have a chance to have breakfast, so I bought a bagel at work and then I went out for lunch like I had planned on doing. So I did spend a little extra on my workday food that day, and then I treated my boyfriend yesterday. We went to Pequod's. It's our favorite deep dish pizza here in Chicago, and it was delicious. But I feel like even considering that, it was still a pretty low spend week with dining out. The treats, we started the week at $29.99. I spent $7.80. Meaning there's $22.19 left on treats. I mean, that was pretty standard, but I think the big thing, and by big I mean $5, was today we went to go buy some Garrett popcorn. That's like a Chicago popcorn thing here. My boyfriend's going back to Utah this week, and he's taking his coworkers little treats from Garrett's. So we got us one, and he and I split it. So I'm thinking the $7.80 is pretty good for treats. Transportation, started the week with $75. I spent the full $75 on my train pass for the month, so we have $0 left. Entertainment, started the week at $27.05, and it doesn't look like I spent anything this week, so we still have the $27.05 left. Shopping is another one. It's like after such a crazy month in September, buying clothes for work and emotional spending and all that, it's nice to right now still be under. And by under, I mean not having spent anything. Home, we started the week with the full amount of $25. I did spend a little bit of money, which was $8.10. Meaning we have $16.90 left, and that was just, we needed to buy some Swiffer wet wipes for our floors, and because we were completely out, so that was necessary. For the gift category, started the week with $0. I didn't spend anything, so we have $0 left. Miscellaneous, $16.68 is what I had to start the week. I did spend some money on miscellaneous. $10.93. There's only $5.75 left. The two expenses there where I bought some dry shampoo at Target, and then actually today while we were out running errands and just being out, this little kid approached us selling us candy bars, and we said, sure, we'll buy 2. And it turns out it was $5 per bar, so we spent $10, but that was definitely more money than a candy bar costs, and they look really not that great, but I hope the kid is happy, so we're fine with that. And then the last category is live events, which I did not budget for. Kind of. I spent $147.71, so over $147.71. This is something that I'm not really sure on how to treat, because I had saved $125 from September to buy some football tickets this month, but for whatever reason, I guess I just don't know how to do it. It wasn't in my monthly budget. Like, it's not one of the categories that I assign money to, but I had put that money away aside for my football tickets. I saved at $125. They ended up being $147.71 for the cheapest tickets we can find for the Bears game in November. So while it was over budget, it was over budget by like $23, so it wasn't that much. And even though I didn't give myself a budget because I didn't know when we would be buying it, like, I still had the money for it, so I'm okay with it. So that is it for the expense portion. I'm just going to take a second and highlight all of my categories like usual. So typically the last part for me is just kind of looking over the week as a whole and how I'm feeling about it and where I am with my budget. And it was a very, very spendy week. I'm mostly okay with everything, even the live events, even though it wasn't really planned. It kind of was. I don't know. It was a little more than I wanted to spend, but that's okay because it's the only like football game we'll be going to this year. We don't really care about the NFL, and we just want to go to a Bears game since it's our first year here. And we're not going to make it to any Utah games because we're not in Utah. So I'm okay with this, even though it was a fair amount of money. The only real category that I'm a little concerned about is the grocery one. I thought $250 would be more than enough for everything we had going on this month. And it still could be. It's just going to be a little tight if I'm able to keep it under that $85 for the rest of the month. I do have a fair amount of food, kind of. Like this first week, you can see that I spent over $100, and that's because we kind of stocked up on some things that were on sale. And I bought a couple things that were on sale that I normally wouldn't buy. I just have to be careful going forward. I'm hoping I won't need to spend as much the next couple of weeks. Today I found a place here in Chicago area, that sells the pasta sauce that I like, and it is more expensive than it was back in Utah, which is okay because of inflation and everything. But if I do get it, I'm gonna have to stock up, and I'll have to spend like $40 buying a few different sauces, just because we'd have to pay for the delivery fee to get it here to our apartment. It would be like an hour bus ride, and we're just not willing to do that for some pasta sauce. So if we end up getting that, there's no way I'll be able to stay under budget, but you know, maybe we'll save that for next month. I don't know. Just looking at where we are in the month. Today's the 16th. My boyfriend's going to be out of town, so likely I'm gonna go see a movie, treat myself to some dinner or a lunch out or something. So week 3 will definitely be a little spendy, but I don't think it'll be too bad. I have room in my dining out budget. I have a little bit of room in my entertainment budget, so those are the two that I'll really likely be spending money on this week, with my boyfriend being out of town. I'm still hoping I can maybe not spend these $75 that I had reserved for shopping. hopefully we'll see how it goes, because honestly I might need to use some of this money to cover my grocery budget. But yeah, that is it for today's video. If you haven't done so already, make sure you give this video a thumbs up and make sure you subscribe.